Guys, welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time stopping by, you are very welcome to the family. Please join us as well. Do not forget to subscribe if you like what you see, and also hit that notification button next to the subscribe button just so that you don't miss any of my future uploads. So this week's video is making this Gambian Mbahali Tamateh. I'm using fish. It looks very similar to Benachin, but it's definitely not Benachin, and that's the reason why I said you will have to watch the entire video to learn how to cook this properly. And also I'm gonna be showing you guys how I make my special sauce that goes with it. So these are the list of the ingredients that we're going to be using. So I'm using tilapia, but you can use any kind of fish that you have. So I've cut it and put some lemon juice and some salt. Yes, I always do this before cooking my fish. It brings out the flavor. Then I'll be adding some of these tiger prawns, and that's tomato paste, which I've emptied from the can and put it in that plastic bowl which I keep in my fridge. So the other ingredients are some tomatoes. I'm using only 2. You don't want to use lots of tomatoes. And brown and red onions, some cassava, and that's garlic cloves, fresh okra, lemon, lime, spring onions, 2 carrots, and some cabbage. And there you have the dark soy sauce. This is optional. Chili and lemon, sorry. And that's tamarind, pink salt, that's netetou, yes, so that's locust beans. And I'll show you guys how I make the special sauce using this netetou here. So that's oyster sauce, chili powder, black pepper, vegetable seasoning. You can use any kind of seasoning you have in your kitchen cupboard. So that's the rice I'm using. So that's the broken basmati rice, yes, which I've soaked in water. So you want to soak it at least 30 minutes before you start cooking. Also, another important ingredient is the dry salted fish. So that's the guedja, very important, and some scotch bonnet pepper. So once you blend all those veggies into a very smooth paste, you want to put some oil into your pot. Once it heats up, you add the blended onions into the oil. Then you add your oyster sauce. This is optional, you don't have to add it. It doesn't make much difference. You add your tomato paste. Yes, so this is the trickiest part, guys. This is the part where it differs from Benachin. With Benachin, you'll have to cook the onions until it all becomes translucent and it all cooks very well. But here you only have to leave it for only 2 minutes, no longer than 2 minutes. You want to keep on stirring, then you add your bay leaves, continue stirring. Like I said, do not leave it longer than 2 minutes. Even 1 minute is perfect. It's just so that the onions can cook a little bit into the oil, but do not leave it too long, like I said. And once the 2 minutes is up, you just want to add your water, enough water that we cook all the veggies. Then you add your veggies into the pot and add your seasonings, your chili powders if you want to add more, any other seasoning that you want to add to it. That's the time that you add it, and you leave it to boil until all the veggies are cooked. I throw it in this whole red onion in the center to cook. I'm going to be using this to make the special sauce that I told you guys earlier in the video. Now the fish and the veggies are all cooked. I'm going to remove the fish in a separate cooking pot, which I'm going to cook later on with the prawns, and then the veggies I'm going to put in a separate bowl, which I'm going to leave on the side for later on when I'm serving. Remove the onions as well and place it aside. I'm going to use that later on. So in the meantime, I'm adding some of the broth into the fish. Yes, so because I'm gonna cook that slowly on the side there. Yeah, then I throw in the prawns into the fish. So the prawns were uncooked, so I threw them in here. Like I said, I'm going to be cooking them on a low temperature. Can you guys see here? So I'm going to be adding any seasoning that I want to add, more chili powder, you know, and some seasoning, salt, vegetable salt, chili powder, lemon juice. Anything you want to add, even soy sauce, you can add it here like I'm doing here for extra flavor. It was so yummy. And once you're done with all those seasonings in, you can just keep it aside there, let it cook on a low temperature. Yeah, this gives the fish even more flavor. Now once that is going on there, it's time to add my rice. So I've drained the water and then add the rice, stir it. You can add salt, like I said, add any seasoning that you want. Yes, so I'm adding the pink salt. It brings out flavor. Pink salt is really nice, really nice. It brings so much flavor out. So I'm adding that, then stir it, and I'm gonna cover it and let it cook. So be sure to remember to check on the fish that you're cooking on the side there, just so that all the water doesn't drain out and before it starts burning. Yeah, so I'm happy with it. So I'm just gonna give it a little shake around and pour some of the juice onto the fish. As that's all is going on that side, moving on here to my mortar and pestle, I'm adding the locust beans. So this is what I'm going to use to make the sauce I was telling you guys. Vegetable seasoning, some chili powder, and then I'm going to pound that into a very smooth paste. Once that is smooth, I'm going to be adding the onions. If you remember the onions that I had cooked in with the veggies, so I'm going to add that into the locust beans as well and just pound that all until it's very smooth. You can also use your blender for this. In a separate saucepan here, I add about half a cup of oil, then leave it to heat up for some time. Once it heats up, then I add the onions and the locust beans that I had blended. So you want to add it and then leave it to cook, stirring it occasionally on a medium to low heat. And also I would say you might want to open your windows because you know locust beans has a very strong smell to it. But it's delicious. The aroma is just beautiful. So then I add the tamarind. That's the tamarind that I showed you guys earlier. This one is the soft one, so I didn't have to soak it. Once I add that in, then I add some chili powder. And you can add any seasoning that you want as well. Yeah. And then I'm taking some of this this sauce here from the fish. I'm taking it and pouring it into the tamarind and the locust beans. Yes, can you guys see? So I've taken the sauce from several places. Yes, the same sauce. And the tamarind, it gives the sauce this tangy taste. Yes, if you do not have tamarind, do not worry, because you can use lime or lemon, it's still fine. And once that is cooked, I add some water to it and just leave the locust beans, that's the netetou, to cook thoroughly. And you just want to leave it to cook on the medium to low heat as well. Be stirring it occasionally from time to time. You come and check on it, and once it thickens up, that's it. So that's the special sauce I was telling you about. It goes so well with Mbahali Tamateh. So now here my rice is cooking, so you just want to flip it over. You just want to flip it over, like I said, just so that the whole rice will cook properly. Then also for me, I like to add this. You don't have to. It is a seafood mix, very nice, give it very seafood taste, very, very yummy. So I add the seafood mix in, give it a good mix, because I like to be eating my rice and be going through the seafood in it. It's so nice. And cover it, then leave it to cook. So once that is done, that's it. Here I'm dishing out now. So I place the rice on the tray and then put the fish and the veggies. Then I'm pouring in the sauce. That's the sauce and netetou that I cooked, and that's what I'm pouring on top. It's so delicious. Yeah, so we eat as a family we share the same plate to eat. That's how we've been brought up, and that's the same way I eat with my family here. That's how we enjoy our dinner. So I'm adding some Bisab, and that's spinach and okra. I have a whole video on that, so you just want to check that out. The link of the video will be in the description bar below. So thank you so much guys for cooking with me today. If you like this video, please do not forget to give it a very big thumbs up, and please share with your friends and family. Thank you for cooking with me, and I will see you guys in my next video.